Good morning to everyone in the European Union and good afternoon to everyone from the Asia Pacific region. I would like to first of all thank the IPKey Southeast Asia for providing me with the opportunity to share with you some brief information of how the DIP Thailand has been coping and adapting ourselves to the pandemic. Yes, I'm sure that everyone has been affected by the pandemic of this time. That is the same with our office. Since the pandemic has been outbreak to us for the last 2 years, there are many things that we have been adopted ourselves to cope with the pandemic to ensure that our applicants and our clients can still have access to effective service provided by us. So first of all, we have been trying to promote our already existing e-filing with regard to the trademark, patent, and industrial design, and basically every kind of IP. We also improve our e-payment system to ensure that the applicant would be able to pay the fee without having to come to the office. We have launched the e-payment system in cooperation with the major bank and other associations and organizations throughout the countries. Furthermore, on the certificate itself, in the past, we would require everyone to come to our office to receive the certificate by themselves by hand physically. But since then, we have developed the new scheme called the e-certificate, where everyone would be able to receive the certificate of registration in an electronic form, starting with the patent certificate. And we also enhance the communication between our office and our customers and clients through the email communications and other forms of electronic communications, including the telephone calls and emails and that sort of things. Even that, there are still some burden that are faced by our customers and clients. So we have launched and enacted a few other notifications to get rid of that obstacles. I would like to draw your attention to the right-hand side of the slides. The first one is about the extensions of the time period provided by the relevant laws and regulations on requiring our clients and applicants to be in contact with us. That means that anyone who could prove that they are affected by the pandemic, they can deter complying to the request of our office until that burden has been lifted out from them. So once they are okay to come to the office, they can come and submit the application that in the past he or she was affected by the pandemic, so that he or she would not be able to comply with the request communication set forth by our office. By that, the right pertaining to the applicant would still be exist. We also trying to, like I said, communicate with our clients through the e-filing, and we are trying to ensure that everyone would be able to contact us through the electronic channel without coming to the office, to be able to identify themselves electronically without having to come to the office. This is the statistic on the applications that we have been received during the past 5 years. I am sorry that the slide does not include the one on the 2021, but I can tell you in detail actually. On the patent, the invention patent, the trend is that in 2020, the patent application were dropped a little bit by not much. But after that, in 2021, which is not shown on the screen, increased back up again, approximately 1%. So that is the indicator that the situations in Thailand and our initiative that we have introduced works, and that it facilitates our clients to be able to apply for the right more easily. That is the same as the design patent as well. The design patent, as you can see from the line of the dark green, normally it keeps going up. Even in 2020, which was like 5,800 applications that we received, and but actually it was decreased a little bit, like 0.4% in the 2021. This one is the statistic on the grant of the patent. I would like to talk about the statistic on the invention patent. That you can see that in 2019 registered about 3,121 patent application on that year. And even in 2020, where the pandemic in Thailand is at its peak, we registered more, despite the fact that our examiners were working at home most of the time. And in that year, we were able to manage to register 3,500 patents, and the number is also approximately the same in 2021. That is the same as the patent on the design patent, which is quite the same as well. This is about the trademark, which is one of the most important and most strong point of the Thailand's intellectual property. You can see that the figure is almost the same for the application that we have been received during the 2018, 2019, and 2020, which is approximately 47,000 per year. And after that, the number is a little bit declined. On the grant of the trademark, which is shown on the dark red line, this is a little bit fluctuated. And even that, the number has been increased quite a bit in 2020. That is also despite the fact that our registrar and examiners working at home during that year. So that is the proof that despite the fact that our examiners will not be able to come to the office to do their normal work, they could still perform the work quite well. So that is the statistic that I would like to show you. Despite the pandemic, starting from last year, we at the TIP Thailand have been trying very hard to ensure that we are able to introduce some new initiatives to provide a better service to our clients. We call the initiatives a Smart TIP. The main objective of this Smart TIP is to utilize to the maximum the electronic communications and IT to facilitate the work that we are doing and communicating with our clients. I will start from the left one, the e-document. That is quite the thing that I said in the beginning. We were trying to provide the e-filings, including the e-authentications, the e-portal, and e-payment to facilitate our clients without having to come to the office. And then we also initiate certificate, the e-certificate actually, starting from the patent as the optional for those who would not want to come to the office to get the tangible physical certificate like they used to do. And the other benefit of this scheme is that in the past, when there is only paper certificate available, after the registrar or the examiner grant the patent, the applicant would have to wait around 1 or 2 months before the paper certificate is ready for them to collect. But with the e-certificate, everything would be ready very quickly, and then it would in turn, in a way, facilitate the utilization of the right of the applicant or the patent right holder who wish to have their right commercialized more easily and more quicker than before. We started with the patent at the first, but now we are trying to expand it to the trademark certification and the certifications of the copyright notifications as well within this year. Next, we are aware of the fact that there are some disputes between the right owner and other parties. We are trying to provide the optional solution. We call it the IP dispute resolution via the video call. So that is the optional method for the right holders to and the infringers actually to seek for the outcome of the case without having to go to the court. And all of this is conducted in the video call and electronic way without having to transport and to come to the office. We also entered into the MOU with the Thailand Arbitration Center to build the cooperation with the Thailand Arbitration Center to be the mediary in seeking the solution for the dispute brought to them. Furthermore, with a view to ensure that universities and our users are benefit from the database, the patent database, in creating new innovations. We also create the big data and the database on technology trends, and we analyze the trends of technologies based on the patent application filed to our office. And it is publicly available to our stakeholders so that everyone, particularly the R&D institutes and the universities, to learn and to see and to find out the trends of the technologies through the applications that were filed to our office, and then to use it to even further develop the new innovation based on that data that we provide. Starting from this year, we also initiated, which is the teleconsulting. Under this scheme, we are providing the channel for the applicant to get into contact with our patent examiners and consultants, in-house consultants, who would facilitate them and educate them on how to prepare the applications in such a way that is correctly according to the laws and regulations, and to ensure that the applications are in good qualities, which in turn would help our examiners to be able to examine it in the shorter period of time. So this is the initiative we initiated during the past year, and would be carried on from in this year and the year after this as well. This is about the awareness and education activities. I am sure that all of the IP office would be in the same position of us, which is because of the pandemic, we are unable to organize the activities, awareness or educational activities to our partners or the public at large physically like we used to do in the past. So in the IP Thailand, we have been trying to move everything online and to ensure that all of the activities are still available to our partner. The most important one is the one on the left-hand side, which is the Go for Real campaign, where we organize a series of virtual seminars. And we created video clips, contests, and coaching, everything going online to ensure that it reaches to innovators, both in academic area and in SMEs, to understand that IP is important to their businesses. We also value the webinars and other kinds of seminars that are doing online, like the one that we had with the IPKey Southeast Asia, namely the protections and enforcement of IP rights in online platform, to ensure that everyone are aware of the importance of IP on the online platforms. That is very important because of the pandemic. People tend to spend more time and activities online, and we want to raise awareness on this issue even more. Other than that, we also post many clips, essays, or even the material or medias on the online channel that we have. We have the communication channel with our public on our office Facebook fan page. We also have the YouTube channel that we communicate with our public and our stakeholders. That is a thing that has been improved during the past years. On the IP commercialization, I am sure that everyone would agree with me that the IP Thailand has been value the commercializations of intellectual property to the maximum. But again, there are many things that cannot be done in the traditional way because of the pandemic. But even that, we adapted ourselves to make sure that most of the activity are still there. Last year, the IP fair, which is the fair on intellectual property that we organize on a yearly basis in the physical, tangible aspect. Last year, we transformed it into the virtual format. And everyone were invited to participate and to visit the fair virtually at our website. The activities were as much as it could be because it is not the tangible exhibit hall that you can walk in. But anyway, it consists of like IP exhibition, IP mart, IP advisory services, IP related seminars, GI market, visit matching. All of these are conducted in an online manner. The World IP Day of last year as well had the seminar for the SME focusing on how the SME could take the idea to the market and to promote the innovation, creativities among the SME and encourage the use of IP as the business tool to improve their business competitiveness. These also were conducted in an online manner. It was actually the on-site it was organized on-site at the DIP Thailand, but it was broadcast to our channel through the worldwide and so that everyone would be able to join without having to come to the office like they used to be. So that is the most that we have been doing during the past 2 years. And then I think that would give you some idea on how the DIP Thailand has been adopting ourselves to cope with the pandemic that has been with us for 2 years, and that the most important objective is that we are still trying to provide a better service despite the fact that everyone and everything has to be done in the new normal way. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sirapat. There is one very quick question. Do you still provide paper certificates if the client requests a paper copy?
Yes, we do still require. We do still provide. It is the according to our law, paper certificate is mandatory anyway. So the e-certificate is the optional. For those who want to have the e-certificate, they can opt in for that. That is their option.
Thank you very much.